Okay, so today I want to talk about something that you're probably tired of hearing about. I recently wrote an article on my Substack titled "Future Proof Yourself Against AI." I know it's annoying every time you open up everything. It's AI this, AI that, ChatGTP, CoPilot, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've done a little video on not that long ago on CoPilot, which was pretty amazing. If you've not used it, I highly recommend you use it because, I don't know, it's coming for you. You can't ignore it. It's amazing what it can do, how much more efficient it can make you, but that led me to thinking, a lot of people in the data world are worried about, ChatGTP. Some people are like on both sides, right? Some people are just, whatever, man, ignore it. And then other people are like, oh, it's going to take your job tomorrow. And I don't think really either of those is true, but I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I mean, if you've never used ChatGTP to write code or CoPilot, it can write code really well. I mean, sure, you can stump it. It can make mistakes, but it can write code better than you could when you started writing code. So should you ignore that? Probably not, especially depending on what type of job you're in. If you're a data analyst and you want to do that for the next 20 years, it's probably, it can write better SQL than you can. So is it going to replace every data analyst? No. Will 10 years from now, will there be less data analysts because the data analysts out there can use some of these AI tools to write SQL and do these reporting? Probably something like that will probably happen. That would be strange if it didn't. So yeah, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. You need to use it to help you write code. It makes you more efficient. If you're not, you're probably going to get left behind at some point. Like, is things going to change tomorrow? No. It's going to take companies a while to catch on and start using this stuff. Are new startups probably coming out every day using this stuff to make tech better? Of course they are. People see, it's a revolutionary, ChatGPT and CoPilot, they're revolutionary, even, so don't ignore that. There's going to be startups that are going to come out with like, hey, make your data analyst or, your analytics engineers or data engineers write way better pipelines faster because, this tool can spit out the SQL, make them faster. You need to hire less people. I think that's probably going to happen. So I don't know. So how do you protect yourself against AI? I talked about like what makes an excellent data engineer. So if you're worried about this stuff, I don't know if you should be worried. I wouldn't say don't be worried about it, but I would worry about it if you're going to totally ignore it, and it'll probably run you over like a bus at some point. What makes an excellent data engineer? Data engineering has always been more than code. You should probably focus on big picture architecture and problem solving, right? I'm not sure how good. I guess it's a thought experiment to do with like ChatGPT. Can it like do good architecture of a system? If you describe something, it probably can. But in the end, there's a lot of experience that goes with being a good data engineer, right? Just picking the right tools at the right time, knowing what trade-offs to make at what point. Where do you not put a lot into this feature? When do you? Another thing that people kind of ignore is like project management and migrations of like data, specifically in data engineering. Those are complicated things to do. Data migrations are super complicated, no matter what anyone tells you. The business logic, the unwinding of all that kind of stuff. So working on skills to help you, I know a lot of people hate Jira, but being good at like planning projects. Can you take something from inception and plan a project and actually execute it, right? Can you upskill other team members? Are you good at helping other people, helping people on your team, answering questions, upskilling the team generally, making engineering practices better? Communication with people inside engineering and without, you're probably going to have to start working more on these things as low code, no code, AI, these tools come out that sort of, make writing software easier, because they are going to make writing software easier. It is, if you've never used, CoPilot, it can help you write better software if it can. It just can. So you need to get ready for that. So yeah, I mean, in general, I would say how to protect yourself in the future against AI as a software engineer. Somebody writes code, just be good at code, but be better than just code, right? Do more than that. And also learn more about the code you write. Learn data structures and algorithms, be able to explain things, understand things. Can ChatGPT like debug something in the middle of the night when something's happening and going wrong? No, it can't do that. It takes knowledge and experience and know-how to solve some of those super complex business problems, as well as like troubleshoot problems as well. I'm not talking about just finding a bug, but I'm talking about large complex data systems, data pipelines. Something's going wrong, right? Being that person that can answer those questions. And as well, I think just focus more on like back end work, right? Think more about CI, CD, think more about getting towards the back end of stuff, making engineering better, working on back end systems, right? Like, don't just be good at SQL. That's a dangerous place to be in, especially now. If you just write Python, for example, I know I'm just going to make people mad. You need to expand your horizon because these tools can write Python very well. You can write a data pipeline with ChatGPT right now, and it'll get it mostly 99% right. And the same goes for CoPilot. So, you need to be good at other things and think about other things other than just coding. There's a lot of other things that goes into software engineering, which all of us know. Be good at those things, work on them, be good at code, and I think you'll be fine. There's always going to be a place for data engineers who have experience, who can design systems, who look at the big picture, who can work on teams, who can upskill other people. There will always be a job for someone like that. If you're just there 9 to 5 collecting a paycheck, you don't care, and all you do is write some SQL and Python every once in a while, and then you clock out. I mean, yeah, if I thought I was going to do that for the next 15 years, then I probably would be worried. So how about don't be a couch potato, go learn something new, love what you do, enjoy data engineering, have a love for it and an excitement for it, think about it. It's not like you don't have to have a work-life balance or work 90 hours a week. Just have a passion for what you do, enjoy what you do, and there will probably always be a job for you.